Hello, my friend. We all know Hollywood is the land of fame and fortune, and stars are made. But behind the dazzling lights and red carpets lies a darker, often hidden reality. In the of fame, the weight of the spotlight can lead to life-altering choices. Today, we're diving deep into the lives of celebrities whose struggles with drug addiction not only shifted their careers but transformed them so much, you'd hardly recognize them today. Let's uncover their powerful stories. Carrie Fisher is best known for her iconic portrayal of Princess Leia in the blockbuster Star Wars franchise. Following the massive success of the films, she enjoyed decades of lucrative acting roles and a place in the spotlight. However, behind the glitz and glamour, Carrie's life was far from perfect. In an interview with Stephen Fry, she opened up about her long battle with bipolar disorder, which brought on mood swings and depression. Unfortunately, Carrie turned to unhealthy coping mechanisms, including the abuse of narcotics and prescription drugs, to manage her symptoms. "Drugs made me feel normal," she admitted in an interview with Psychology Today. "They kept me sane." In her quest for relief, Carrie even underwent electroconvulsive therapy, hoping to cure her mental illness. While her struggles with substance abuse and unconventional treatments didn't derail her acting career, they took a significant toll on her physical and mental health. She faced numerous health issues, including sleep apnea and atherosclerosis, which ultimately contributed to her tragic death in December 2016 at just 60 years old. Her daughter Billie Lourd reflected on her mother's struggles, stating, "My mother struggled with drug addiction and mental issues her whole life. In the end, she died from it." Joaquin Phoenix is often remembered for his brilliant portrayal of the Joker in the 2019 film Joker. But his older brother, River, had his own acting career that, while not as celebrated, included some notable roles in the 1980s and 90s. Sadly, today, few remember River Phoenix's contributions to film, primarily due to his lifelong battle with substance abuse, a struggle that ultimately cost him everything he held dear. In June 1989, River's relationship with fellow actor Martha Plimpton fell apart when she discovered his narcotics use. Following their breakup, River tried to conceal his addiction, fearing it would derail his career. Tragically, he managed to hide it so well that most people around him were oblivious to his struggles. Without anyone to step in or encourage him to seek help, River's addiction spiraled out of control. In October 1993, he overdosed on narcotics, leading to his untimely death. Nick Stahl began his acting journey as a child star in the 1993 film The Man Without a Face, later appearing in various TV series. In June 2009, he started a family with actress Rose Murphy, but their marriage ended in divorce just 3 years later, largely due to Nick's wild behavior. In May 2012, Nick was reported missing by his wife, which led to the revelation that he had checked himself into rehab. However, his troubles didn't stop there. A few months later, he was found engaging in lewd acts with an adult film star, raising concerns about his substance use, though there wasn't enough evidence for charges at that time. The situation escalated in June 2013 when Nick was caught in possession of methamphetamine in Hollywood. Reflecting on his struggles, Nick admitted in an interview, "I didn't discriminate. I'd use anything I could to change how I felt when sober." After taking several years off to focus on recovery, Nick has made a return to acting and hopes to rebuild his career in the industry. Britney Spears is celebrated around the globe as the Princess of Pop, with her music and acting career shaping the sound of the 2000s and 2010s. However, her journey hasn't just been about chart-topping hits. It has also been marked by a very public legal battle to escape her conservatorship, which she ultimately succeeded in 2021. While Britney remains immensely popular and wealthy, her life is far from all glitter and glam. In 2007, a former associate broke his silence, revealing shocking truths about her private struggles. He claimed that by the time he began working with her, Britney had been battling substance abuse for 5 years and was desperately trying to get clean. Adding to her challenges, those responsible for her care during the conservatorship administered medications like Adderall. According to police officer Fernando Flores, who visited her regularly, her behavior would swing dramatically, from calm to erratic, with conversations about parallel universes. Though Britney has made strides in her recovery since leaving the conservatorship, the effects of her past substance abuse continue to haunt her. Errol Flynn is a name that movie lovers from the 1930s and 40s won't easily forget. With iconic performances in films like The Adventures of Robin Hood and Captain Blood, he became the epitome of charm and gentlemanly romance on screen. However, behind the glitz and glamour, Errol led a very different life. Early in his career, he gained a notorious reputation as a heavy drinker, chain smoker, and narcotics user. His indulgence in various substances was matched only by his numerous dalliances with young actresses at lavish parties. This relentless pursuit of pleasure would ultimately catch up with him. Errol faced accusations from 2 women who claimed he had assaulted them. The case attracted national attention, and while he was acquitted, the scandal took a toll on his career. Errol's health continued to decline due to his substance abuse, and he tragically passed away in 1959 at the age of just 50. His story serves as a stark reminder of the darker side of fame, overshadowing the legendary roles that made him a cinematic icon. Michael Vincent kicked off his acting career in the 1960s, but it was in the 80s that he truly hit the jackpot with a leading role in the hit series Airwolf. He became a household name, earning a staggering $200,000 per episode. However, behind the scenes, Jan faced significant personal struggles that complicated his career. During the run of Airwolf, he admitted to battling narcotic abuse and claimed he was actively seeking help. Unfortunately, this was just the beginning of his troubles. Jan was arrested 3 times for possession of illegal drugs and faced criminal charges for assault related to incidents with his ex-wife. His violent tendencies led to further legal issues, including multiple bar fights. In 1988, Jan was sent to rehab, but his road to recovery was anything but smooth. Throughout the 1990s, he was involved in 3 serious car accidents, one of which nearly cost him his life, while another resulted in surgery that permanently damaged his voice. Despite these wake-up calls, Jan struggled to change his lifestyle, continuing a pattern of car crashes, altercations, and substance abuse. His tumultuous life came to an end in February 2019 when he passed away at the age of 74. DMX was one of the most iconic rappers and actors in the world. His explosive hits like Where the Hood At and X Gon Give It To Ya took the music scene by storm and continue to resonate with fans today. While DMX had the potential to remain a lasting rap legend, his personal struggles would soon overshadow his career. With a long history of legal troubles, DMX faced an even greater battle with addiction to a powerful narcotic known as crack cocaine. He revealed that he was introduced to the drug at just 14 years old, and from that point on, his life spiraled out of control. Despite multiple stints in rehab, DMX fought an uphill battle against his addiction. He had vowed to get clean, especially after becoming a father, but unfortunately, one relapse led to a heartbreaking tragedy. In April 2021, DMX suffered a fatal overdose at the age of 50. Despite his struggles with substance abuse, he remains a revered figure in hip-hop, celebrated for his raw talent and unforgettable contributions to the music industry. His legacy continues to inspire countless fans and artists around the world. What's better than starting the day with a delicious cup of tea and watching this fascinating video together? Charlie Sheen is famously known for his iconic role as, well, Charlie Sheen, but it was his standout performance in the CBS sitcom 2.5 Men that catapulted him to fame, earning him numerous awards and millions of dollars. While fans adored him from all corners of the globe, his newfound wealth didn't always lead to the best choices. Almost immediately after rising to stardom, Charlie found himself making headlines for wild parties and struggles with substance abuse. His first stint in rehab came in 1998, but his battle with addiction would stretch on for years. In December 2009, things took a darker turn when he was charged with assault following an alleged incident with his wife. Although he checked into rehab again, by October 2010, he was back in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. Fast forward 5 years, and Charlie publicly revealed he was HIV positive, a revelation that, while damaging to his reputation, helped raise awareness about the disease. Since then, he's remained a polarizing figure, notorious for his outrageous parties and jaw-dropping scandals. In a memorable 2011 roast, comedians couldn't resist poking fun at his wild lifestyle and tumultuous personal life. Whether Charlie can ever rise above this chaotic chapter is entirely up to him. Stick around to see the beloved actor brought down by drugs. If you thought Charlie's story was wild, just wait until you hear what's next. Mel Gibson burst onto the Hollywood scene in the 1980s, capturing attention with his standout role in the 1981 film Gallipoli. For 2 decades, he earned a reputation as a powerhouse actor, riding high at the top of his game. However, a wave of negative press and personal controversies began to tarnish his once shining reputation. By the 2000s, Mel found himself largely out of the spotlight and facing a dry spell in his career, until his triumphant return as the director of the acclaimed 2016 film Hacksaw Ridge. During those challenging years, Mel grappled with some personal demons he rarely discusses. He openly admitted to starting to drink at just 13, which spiraled into a troubling history of alcohol-related offenses. In 1984, he was banned from driving in Canada for 3 months after crashing while intoxicated, and by 2006, he faced another DUI charge, landing him on 3 years of probation. Despite his struggles, many in Hollywood were astonished by how well Mel maintained his professionalism on set. His reputation for punctuality and dedication remained intact, even as he revealed he often started his mornings with 5 pints of beer. "Alcoholism is something my family has struggled with," Mel has said. "It's something I know intimately." If you want to explore the journey with me, please leave number 1 and watch this video until the end. Interesting things are waiting for you in the video. Judy Garland burst into stardom at an incredibly young age with her unforgettable portrayal of Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. While most girls her age in the 1940s and 50s were busy with toys, Judy was captivating audiences with some of the most iconic characters in film history. Her talent earned her numerous accolades, including a Golden Globe and the distinction of being the first woman to win a Grammy. However, by the 1960s, Judy began to fade from the spotlight. Beneath her dazzling exterior lay a hidden struggle that would ultimately lead to her tragic demise. The fame that once felt like a blessing became a double-edged sword, as the relentless scrutiny took a heavy toll on her self-image and mental health. Film executives were often critical of her looks, and this barrage of negativity weighed heavily on the young star. In her search for relief, Judy turned to narcotics, a choice that spiraled into a cycle of substance abuse, further complicating her already troubled life. By the late 1950s and early 60s, her addiction not only jeopardized her career, but also plunged her into financial turmoil, leaving her with overwhelming debt. Tragically, her struggles culminated in her untimely death in June 19, 1969. Renowned actor James Mason, who delivered her eulogy, eloquently captured her essence. She had an extraordinary ability to evoke emotion, bringing tears even to the hardest hearts. Macaulay Culkin, widely known as the Rainmaker, was a celebrated Nigerian songwriter and actor who rose to fame in the 1980s and 90s. He crafted numerous iconic tracks and collaborated with legendary artists like Snoop Dogg, Michael Jackson, and Beyoncé. However, his journey took a tragic turn as he battled substance abuse in the 2000s and 2010s. In 2015, the world was shocked to learn that Macaulay was on the brink of bankruptcy and struggling with addiction. Distressing images of him circulated in the media, revealing a frail, aged appearance that reflected his serious health issues. That same year, he took a courageous step and checked into a rehabilitation center. Against the odds, Macaulay found a path to recovery and dedicated the remaining years of his life to making music and cherishing moments with family and friends. His legacy endured, resonating with fans who admired his talent and spirit. Tragically, Macaulay passed away in June 2020 at the age of 57, leaving behind a rich musical legacy that continues to inspire. Whitney Houston is famously known as The Voice, and it's easy to see why she earned that title. As one of the most talented and beautiful singers and actors in American music, Whitney sold over 200 million records worldwide. However, behind the enchanting melodies and powerful performances lay a darker side to her story. Whitney had long been suspected of battling a drug addiction, and she bravely opened up about her struggles during a 2009 interview with Oprah Winfrey. In that candid conversation, she confessed to using marijuana and harder substances, revealing the emotional turmoil behind her choices. When it gets to the point where you sit at home trying to hide what you don't want others to see, it hurts. That's when you take more just to keep from crying. Despite her battles, Whitney sought help, entering rehab in both 2003 and 2004. Unfortunately, her struggle with substance abuse continued throughout her life. In 2012, she tragically passed away under heartbreaking circumstances. An autopsy revealed that her body contained alcohol and several narcotics, likely contributing to her untimely death. Courtney Love is a beloved singer and actress who has made her mark on 4 decades of film and music, starting back in the 1980s. But she didn't just grab attention for her talent. Her tumultuous marriage to iconic musician Kurt Cobain also kept her in the spotlight. One journalist at Vanity Fair described their relationship as a strange love, yet they remained devoted to one another. Tragically, their devotion extended to something far more destructive: heroin. What began as a shared habit quickly spiraled out of control, leading to negative press and severe health consequences. The situation intensified when Courtney became pregnant, forcing her to quit drugs cold turkey for the sake of her baby. This was a huge challenge for their relationship, and media allegations that Courtney was still using drugs while pregnant only added fuel to the fire. She claims these damaging stories severely damaged Kurt's mental health, ultimately leading to his death 2 years later. Since then, Courtney has committed to sobriety, insisting she's managing her addiction well after multiple stints in rehab and even a few probation violations. While she remains confident that the days of substance abuse are behind her, a brief relapse in 2018 has left some wondering about the truth of that claim. Only time will tell if she can fully overcome her past. Lindsay Lohan shot to Hollywood fame in the 1990s and early 2000s, only to see it slip away just as quickly due to her wild party lifestyle and reckless decisions. After standout performances in The Parent Trap and Freaky Friday, producers were eager to cast her in their films. However, that enthusiasm quickly faded as reports of her late-night escapades surfaced. Executives grew frustrated with her habit of showing up late or missing shoots entirely due to exhaustion. By 2007, Lindsay found herself effectively blacklisted, and her troubles only escalated. She faced multiple DUI charges, including incidents involving reckless driving and crashes. At one hearing, Lindsay candidly admitted, "My life is out of control, and it's due to my addictions to drugs and alcohol." She acknowledged her recent relapse, expressing a desire to regain control of her life. "I want to be healthy again, which is why I'm seeking medical help," she stated, outlining her commitment to making positive changes. Since leaving rehab in 2013, Lindsay has appeared to stay on the right track, but the damage to her career and personal relationships from her past struggles with substance abuse remains significant. An actor I want to mention here who was once destroyed by drugs to become one of the highest-paid actors in Hollywood. Robert Downey Jr. is a name that resonates deeply in Hollywood, especially after his transformation into Iron Man, one of Marvel's most beloved characters. However, before this rise to fame, he faced a tumultuous journey that nearly derailed his career. Growing up, Robert was influenced by his father, the cult filmmaker Robert Downey Sr., who had his own struggles with substance abuse. Shockingly, he introduced young Robert to marijuana at just 6 years old. This early exposure to drugs forged a complicated bond between father and son, leading Robert down a path of addiction that included heavy drinking. Despite battling his demons, Downey Jr. managed to carve out a niche for himself in the mid-'80s, gaining recognition after a stint on Saturday Night Live. His roles in John Hughes's Weird Science and The Pickup Artist showcased his charisma and talent, propelling him up the Hollywood ladder. However, his addiction soon began to take a significant toll on his life. One of the most alarming incidents occurred when Robert, under the influence, wandered into a neighbor's home and passed out in their bed. After repeatedly missing court-mandated drug tests, he was sentenced to 3 years in prison in 1999, ultimately serving a year in a California substance abuse treatment facility. In 2001, while on parole, he was found barefoot and disoriented in Culver City, leading to another arrest for suspicion of drug use. This setback cost him key roles, including a part in the TV show Ally McBeal, as well as other projects. However, rather than prison time, the judge opted for rehabilitation. With the support of his wife, Susan Downey, who issued him an ultimatum, Robert finally turned his life around in 2003. His comeback is regarded as one of the most remarkable in Hollywood history. Today, he stands not only as a symbol of resilience, but also as a beloved actor who has regained the trust and admiration of fans worldwide. You know, not everyone has a spectacular comeback like him. If you like Robert Downey Jr., please comment number 1. If you don't like, please leave number 0. Tara Reid is best known for her memorable roles in films like American Pie and The Big Lebowski. Beyond her acting talent, she's graced the covers of major magazines such as Rolling Stone, Cosmo Girl, and even Playboy. Tara also ventured into the culinary world with her own restaurant called Ketchup, along with launching a clothing line. However, amid her various business pursuits, Tara struggled with unhealthy habits that took a toll on her life. In a revealing interview, she opened up about a plastic surgery procedure in 2006 that went awry, leaving lasting damage to her body. Her health issues were further exacerbated by her frequent alcohol and drug use. In 2008, Tara decided it was time for a change and checked into rehab. "It was the greatest choice I ever made," she said, reflecting on her journey. "Rehab saved my life." Today, Tara remains in the public eye, and while the scars from her past may never fully heal, she is determined to move forward and embrace a brighter future. Daniel Baldwin's struggles with addiction reached a shocking peak in 1998 when he made headlines for a bizarre incident at New York's Plaza Hotel. Found running naked through the hallways, shouting his own last name, Baldwin was arrested for cocaine possession. In the aftermath, he pleaded guilty to disorderly conduct and was sentenced to 3 months in a drug rehabilitation program. Baldwin later revealed that his cocaine addiction began in 1989, around the time of his first acting job at age 29. Unlike many addicts who struggle with multiple substances, Baldwin's sole battle was with cocaine. He neither drank much nor took pills, but cocaine had a powerful grip on him, leading to numerous attempts at recovery. He entered rehab 9 times before finally overcoming his addiction. Today, Daniel Baldwin has turned his life around. Not only has he continued his acting career, but he has also become a rehabilitation coach. Drawing from his personal experiences, he now helps others battling addiction, using his own journey as a source of hope and guidance for those in need. Bruno Mars, the multi-talented record producer, singer, and songwriter, has captivated global audiences with hits like Uptown Funk and heartfelt ballads such as Just the Way You Are. His immense popularity even landed him on Forbes' list of the top 12 highest-paid artists worldwide. However, despite his incredible success, Mars faced a major setback in 2010 when he was arrested for cocaine possession at the Hard Rock Casino in Las Vegas. At the time, Mars claimed it was his first time using drugs and admitted that his actions were foolish. To avoid more serious consequences, he agreed to a plea deal, which required him to stay out of trouble for a year. He paid a $2,000 fine and completed 200 hours of community service to have the charges dismissed and move forward from the incident. In a later interview, Mars admitted that he hadn't been completely honest about his past drug use, chalking up the event to youthful mistakes and the influence of alcohol. The experience became a learning moment for the star, allowing him to refocus on his music and career. Zack Efron, widely recognized for his breakout role in High School Musical, has faced his own struggles with alcohol and drug addiction. Reports indicate that Efron's partying lifestyle included cocaine use, MDMA experimentation, and multi-day binges without sleep. In 2013, the actor took a crucial step toward recovery by checking into a rehabilitation facility to address his issues with both alcohol and cocaine. Beyond rehab, Efron joined Alcoholics Anonymous and began therapy to explore deeper emotional issues. He has been open about his ongoing battle with addiction, describing it as a never-ending struggle in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter. Despite the challenges, Efron acknowledged the positive changes in his life, stating that his recovery journey has made him much more comfortable in his own skin. Reflecting on his lowest moments, Efron shared that experiencing those lows helped him better appreciate the highs in life. His candidness about addiction has offered a glimpse into the personal growth he has achieved through his journey to recovery. Britney Murphy, known for her roles in Clueless and Freeway, tragically passed away in 2009 at the age of 32. Her sudden death, initially attributed to natural causes, quickly sparked rumors about drug use, with her noticeable weight loss fueling concerns. Her marriage to Simon Monjack, seen by many as troubling, only added to the speculation. The mystery deepened when Monjack died under similar circumstances just 5 months later. This double tragedy intensified scrutiny, especially after a coroner's report revealed various medications at Murphy's bedside, concluding that her death was caused by an overdose. Friends later revealed that Murphy had become dependent on pain medication following cosmetic surgeries, a path that many struggle with. While there is ongoing debate over the exact circumstances, addiction clearly played a significant role in the loss of this talented actress. Leonard Nimoy, famous for his portrayal of the logical Vulcan Spock in Star Trek, faced a personal battle with alcoholism off-screen. Despite his character's control over mind and body, Nimoy struggled for years to manage his drinking. What began as a simple drink to unwind after filming gradually escalated. Nimoy admitted, "The minute we finished the last shot, I would have a drink," which eventually spiraled into a dangerous habit of drinking more and more. Nimoy's drinking problem even led to covert consumption during filming. Like many celebrities dealing with addiction, he attributed part of his struggle to the pressures of fame and a troubled marriage, which intensified his reliance on alcohol. His drinking became a coping mechanism as he navigated these challenges. Fortunately, Nimoy recognized the consequences of his addiction and sought help before it was too late. In 1987, he successfully overcame his alcoholism, marking a turning point in his life. This personal triumph coincided with his second marriage, which brought new love and stability. Jodie Sweetin, best known for her role as Stephanie Tanner on the beloved sitcom Full House, faced significant challenges after the show ended. Her battle with substance abuse began at the young age of 14 when she started drinking alcohol. Over the next 13 years, Sweetin struggled with various addictions, including ecstasy, methamphetamine, and crack cocaine, far removed from her wholesome on-screen persona. In 2009, Sweetin bravely shared her experiences in her memoir, Unsweetened, candidly discussing her addiction after Full House ended. One striking moment involved her addressing a crowd at Marquette University while still under the influence from a 2-day binge. Despite these struggles, Sweetin achieved sobriety in December 2010, though her journey wasn't without setbacks. After a separation in 2013, she faced a relapse but managed to regain control of her life. Sweetin turned her experiences into a positive force by working as a clinical logistics coordinator at a Los Angeles drug rehab center. She also earned a degree as a drug and alcohol counselor, using her personal journey to help others facing similar challenges. Stephen King, a name synonymous with horror literature, has created iconic works like It, The Shining, and Misery. While his prolific writing earned him a place among the most renowned authors, his success was shadowed by a long-standing battle with substance abuse. For years, King relied on alcohol to fuel his creativity, often drinking as he wrote his terrifying tales. As his career progressed, so did his addiction, with King eventually turning to cocaine to power through late-night writing sessions. His drug use was so severe that he once described using cotton balls to stop blood from dripping onto his typewriter. Substance abuse became so intertwined with his process that King feared sobriety would lead to creative failure, making it harder for him to seek help. After years of self-destructive behavior, King's family and friends staged an intervention. Though it took several attempts with the right support, King was finally able to overcome his addictions to drugs and alcohol, reclaiming both his personal life and his creative brilliance. Marilyn Monroe captivated audiences with her performances, but struggled privately with substance abuse, depression, and possibly bipolar disorder. As her career progressed, her mental health declined. She forgot lines, became paranoid, and relied more on alcohol and drugs to cope with the pressures of fame. In 1962, Monroe's life ended tragically when she was found dead in her Brentwood home, with the coroner ruling her death as acute barbiturate poisoning. The overdose shocked the world and marked the end of a life filled with both incredible fame and deep personal struggles. In 2010, the release of Monroe's letters and diary entries revealed her deep loneliness and insecurity. Her reflection, "It's a terrible thing to be lonesome, especially in the middle of a crowd," highlighted the isolation she felt despite her popularity, offering insight into the inner turmoil that contributed to her tragic end. Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, shocked the world when he was found dead at age 42, face down in the bathroom of his Graceland mansion. Known for his electrifying performances and iconic hip-swinging moves, Elvis had become a shadow of his former self. The toxicology report revealed a deadly cocktail of drugs, including Dilaudid, Percodan, Demerol, codeine, and Quaaludes, that had ultimately claimed his life. At the center of Elvis's drug dependency was his personal physician, Dr. Nick Nichopoulos. Initially treating Elvis for saddle pain, Dr. Nick eventually enabled a full-blown opiate addiction, prescribing thousands of pills over time. Despite attempts to give placebos, he ultimately yielded to the star's demands for more drugs. The irony of Elvis's death was striking. The same man who had once received a badge from President Nixon for his anti-drug stance had succumbed to the very substances he once opposed, leaving behind a tragic legacy that contrasted sharply with his early public image. Oprah Winfrey, renowned for her generosity, wisdom, and her impact through television, movies, and magazines, has become a symbol of empowerment for millions. However, behind her remarkable success lies a surprising struggle with addiction. In a 1995 episode of her talk show, which focused on women battling drug problems, Oprah made a startling revelation. She admitted to having struggled with addiction in her early 20s, specifically to crack cocaine. This confession came as a shock to many, including Kim Davis, a recovering addict and guest on the show. Davis later told The Washington Post that Oprah's admission threw me completely off guard. You would never dream she had a problem with drugs. Oprah explained that her substance abuse was tied to a relationship she was in at the time, where both she and her partner used the drug together. Reflecting on this period of her life, Oprah revealed one of her greatest regrets, surrendering her personal power to a man during that tumultuous relationship. Her candid admission not only resonated with viewers, but also demonstrated the importance of overcoming personal struggles to reclaim control over one's life. Dennis Quaid, known for his wholesome image, once faced a serious battle with drug addiction. In the 1980s, as he entered Hollywood, he got caught up in the prevalent cocaine culture. By 1987, while filming The Big Easy, his cocaine use escalated, leaving him with only an hour of sleep each night. Quaid later revealed that cocaine was so common in Hollywood that it was even included in some movie budgets. In 1990, Quaid took a courageous step by admitting his addiction to his then-wife, Meg Ryan, and checking into rehab. This decision marked a major turning point in his life and career. His recovery journey was not without difficulty, as he and Ryan faced a challenging and public divorce. Despite these challenges, Quaid successfully maintained his sobriety and rebuilt his career. He looks back at this time as the end of his destructive relationship with cocaine, and since then, he's become a symbol of resilience and recovery. David O. Selznick, the genius behind Gone with the Wind, led a career marked by both immense success and personal turmoil. While the film broke records and won 10 Oscars, behind the scenes, Selznick struggled with an addiction to Benzedrine, a stimulant he used to endure the long hours of production. His habit became infamous in Hollywood, with stories of him crushing the tablets and licking them from his palm to keep going during exhausting shoots. This relentless work ethic drove Selznick to push his crew and himself to extremes, but it also revealed a darker side. He became known for his drug-induced bullying and obsessive focus on actresses' appearances, making the production environment tense and challenging, especially for the cast of Gone with the Wind. Despite the film's monumental success, Selznick's legacy is mixed. While he produced one of cinema's greatest masterpieces, his struggles with addiction and harsh methods left a shadow over his remarkable achievements. Mickey Rooney, a beloved figure from Hollywood's golden age and frequent co-star of Judy Garland, led a far more complex and troubled life than his public image suggested. While he denied Garland's claims of being given drugs by MGM, the truth remains uncertain, as both stars have passed away. Before Rooney's death from a heart attack, disturbing accounts of his private life began to emerge. His stepson, Chris Aber, painted a troubling picture of Rooney's struggles with addiction, particularly to sleeping pills, which reportedly led to violent mood swings and abusive behavior toward his eighth wife. Despite his charming on-screen persona, those close to him described Rooney as angry and difficult behind closed doors. Aber claimed that Rooney's drug dependency was extreme, with prescriptions so numerous that collecting his weekly medications required a shopping bag. This excessive medication use allegedly worsened Rooney's behavior, contributing to the tumultuous nature of his personal life. Jeff Conaway, best known for his role as Kenickie in the hit musical Grease, fought a lifelong battle with addiction that ultimately led to his untimely death in 2011. His struggles with substance abuse became widely known when he appeared on the reality show Celebrity Rehab with Dr. Drew, where his addictions to cocaine, alcohol, and painkillers were openly discussed. Despite recognizing his issues in the mid-1980s and seeking treatment, Conaway's challenges persisted throughout his life. His appearance on Celebrity Rehab also revealed a codependent relationship with his girlfriend, who was addicted to prescription opiates, further complicating his recovery efforts. A back injury sustained during the filming of Grease only worsened his addiction, as Conaway relied heavily on pain medication to manage his condition even after multiple surgeries. On May 11, 2011, Conaway was found unconscious, believed to have overdosed on pain medication. Sadly, this proved to be his final battle with addiction, and the substances he struggled with for so long ultimately claimed his life, marking a tragic end to a career overshadowed by personal demons. Misha Barton, known for her roles in James Lane's 12 Dreams and All My Children, faced her own battles with substance abuse. While many remember the scandal involving an alleged date rape drug, the reality of Barton's struggles appeared more complex. Sources close to her revealed she had been on a drug-fueled downward spiral, with text messages showing her attempts to obtain drugs like Adderall, Xanax, and Oros, along with references to a cocaine dealer. Barton's struggles came to a head on her 31st birthday when she was found in a disturbing state. Neighbors witnessed her standing on a fence in her West Hollywood backyard, screaming about the end of the world, prompting a 911 call. She was hospitalized that night, raising further concern about her well-being. Upon her release, Barton claimed her drink had been spiked with GHB, a known date rape drug, during her birthday party. However, given the revelations about her drug use, this claim was met with skepticism by some, casting doubt on the true nature of the incident. David Duchovny, best known for his roles in The X-Files and Californication, has openly discussed his personal struggles with what he describes as sex addiction. This issue led to multiple instances of infidelity throughout his marriage, reflecting a troubling aspect of his real-life behavior that parallels his womanizing character on Californication. Duchovny's revelations about his personal life shed light on the difficulties he faced outside of his acting career. In addition to his issues with sex addiction, Duchovny has also been candid about his past drug use. He admitted to using cocaine during his college years and, somewhat controversially, has claimed that this behavior was relatively normal at the time. His rationale for drug use extended beyond just recreational purposes. He confessed to using drugs as a way to better immerse himself in his role as an addicted doctor on Californication, which he describes as a somewhat absurd justification for his substance abuse. Duchovny's explanations reveal a complicated struggle with addiction and substance use. His journey underscores the difficulty of balancing personal and professional boundaries, while highlighting the profound effects addiction can have on one's life. Macaulay Culkin, widely known for his iconic role in Home Alone, faced significant personal challenges as he transitioned out of the limelight. During a particularly rough period in his life, Culkin was arrested for possession of marijuana and Xanax. The struggles of child stars adjusting to life outside the spotlight often lead to various issues, and drug use is a common coping mechanism for some. What was once an innocent and beloved child actor has undergone a dramatic transformation. Although Culkin has denied using heroin, he has openly admitted to using methadone, which he describes as a means to manage his heroin cravings. This admission highlights the complexities of dealing with addiction and the impact it can have on a person's life and public image. Culkin's experiences reflect the broader difficulties faced by former child stars as they navigate adulthood and the challenges that come with it. His story serves as a reminder of the pressures and potential pitfalls that can arise when the spotlight fades, and the importance of addressing addiction with appropriate support and treatment. Tila Tequila, a bisexual reality star known for her provocative behavior and frequent attempts to stay in the spotlight, has had a turbulent public life marked by significant personal struggles. Among these issues, her drug usage has been a prominent and troubling aspect of her story. Recently, there have been alarming reports about her extreme behavior, including troubling affiliations and public statements that have shocked many of her fans. Tequila has publicly attributed some of her erratic actions and controversial beliefs to her history with substance abuse and the profound impact of a former lover's death. She has expressed a desire to make amends and seek a second chance from her audience, acknowledging the role that her drug use played in her past decisions and public behavior. This period of her life was marred by severe health consequences, including an overdose on pills and a subsequent brain aneurysm. Her experiences serve as a stark reminder of the severe risks associated with drug abuse. The physical and psychological toll of substance use can lead to devastating outcomes, underscoring the critical need for intervention and support. Nicole Richie, the daughter of music legend Lionel Richie, experienced a tumultuous period in her youth, marked by poor decisions and reckless behavior. During her time on the reality TV show with Paris Hilton, Richie and Hilton appeared to be the quintessential duo, sharing a lifestyle of excess and indulgence. Their on-screen antics reflected their real-life struggles with substance abuse and financial irresponsibility. Richie has openly admitted to using cocaine and heroin, revealing the extent of her drug use during this chaotic phase of her life. She has estimated that she spent around $170 on drugs each night, depending on the quality, which took a significant toll on her finances. Her addiction led to a series of legal and personal issues, including 3 arrests and 5 car crashes, highlighting the severe impact of her substance abuse. Despite these challenges, Nicole Richie has since made significant changes in her life. Her past experiences serve as a stark reminder of the consequences of drug addiction and the need for personal transformation. Today, she has worked to rebuild her life and career, leaving behind the tumultuous years of her youth. Many people were stunned by the drastic weight loss experienced by 50 Cent, the renowned rapper and actor, as he prepared for his role in the movie Things Fall Apart. In this film, he portrays a football player who is battling cancer, and his transformation was both dramatic and rapid. Over a span of just 9 weeks, 50 Cent's weight dropped from a healthy 214 pounds to a startling 160 pounds. This significant change sparked widespread speculation and concern about how he achieved such a rapid weight loss. There have been rumors and claims suggesting that 50 Cent may have used drugs to facilitate his weight loss, which has fueled skepticism about the authenticity of his methods. However, the artist has consistently maintained that his dramatic transformation was accomplished through a strict liquid diet combined with an intense workout regimen. The debate continues as to whether his rapid weight loss was solely due to his declared methods or if there were other factors at play. Regardless of the specifics, 50 Cent's dramatic change highlights the extremes some actors and celebrities go to in order to fit the physical demands of their roles. Lisa Robin Kelly, known for her role as Eric Foreman's tough older sister, Lori, on That 70s Show, was a talented actress whose life ended tragically at the age of 43. Despite her beauty and success, Kelly faced significant personal struggles, including a series of legal and substance abuse issues. She had previously been arrested for spousal abuse and driving under the influence, which reflected the tumultuous period she was experiencing. In a hopeful turn of events, Kelly checked herself into a rehabilitation facility, seemingly on the path to recovery. However, on August 15, 2013, tragedy struck when she was found deceased in her sleep at the facility. The coroner's report concluded that her death was caused by an overdose of multiple drugs, leaving many shocked and saddened by the news. The circumstances surrounding her death led to further complications, as her husband later filed a lawsuit for negligence, questioning how the drugs managed to enter the rehab facility. The case highlighted serious concerns about the safety and management of rehabilitation centers, emphasizing the need for stricter controls and oversight to prevent such tragic outcomes. Russell Brand, widely recognized for his roles as a rock star or a party enthusiast in various films, has had a complex relationship with substance abuse that often mirrored his on-screen characters. Throughout his career, Brand was heavily involved with a range of drugs, including weed, cocaine, alcohol, acid, crack, and heroin. His real-life struggles with these substances seem to align closely with the wild personas he portrayed in movies. The severity of his addiction eventually led Brand to a critical point where he feared for his life. Concerned about the potential consequences of his continued substance abuse, he made a life-changing decision to quit all drugs and alcohol. Remarkably, it has been over 10 years since he last drank, reflecting a significant transformation in his lifestyle and a dedication to maintaining his sobriety. This period of Brand's life is humorously acknowledged in the film Forgetting Sarah Marshall, where his character's past with addiction is playfully referenced. The movie includes a scene that pokes fun at his former habits, highlighting both the challenges he faced and the progress he has made in overcoming them. Many fans of Demi Lovato might be surprised to learn about her past struggles with drug addiction, a topic she has often kept private. Despite her public image as a Disney star and successful artist, Lovato has faced significant challenges with substance abuse. In a rare and candid interview, she opened up about her experiences, revealing that she used to smuggle drugs on planes and consumed cocaine wherever she went. Lovato's admission highlights the severity of her addiction during this tumultuous period. Her struggle with drugs was a significant part of her life, impacting both her personal and professional worlds. This period of her life was marked by a lack of control and constant battles with substance abuse. Today, Demi Lovato has made a remarkable turnaround. She now leads a sober lifestyle and has openly discussed her journey toward recovery. Lovato sought help at a treatment facility, which played a crucial role in her path to sobriety, allowing her to reclaim her life and continue her career with a renewed sense of purpose. Dwayne Johnson, famously known for his charisma and impressive physique, first gained prominence as a professional wrestler before transitioning to a successful career in acting. While his chiseled body and strong presence have become his trademarks, there is a lesser-known aspect of his past that many people may not be aware of. In an interview with Fortune magazine, Johnson admitted to using steroids at the age of 19. At that time, he confessed that he didn't fully grasp the implications of his actions. Despite his admission, Johnson has consistently emphasized the importance of hard work and a rigorous workout regimen in maintaining his physique. His dedication to fitness and his carefully managed training programs have contributed significantly to his physical success. However, his past use of steroids raises questions about whether it continues to be a concern or if it has had any lingering effects on his approach to fitness. Today, Johnson remains a prominent figure in both wrestling and Hollywood, and he continues to inspire many with his commitment to fitness and personal development. Stacey Ferguson, better known as Fergie, shared with Time magazine her deeply personal struggle with drug addiction before she achieved fame with the Black Eyed Peas. Her journey into substance abuse began with experimenting with ecstasy, but she quickly transitioned to methamphetamine. This period of her life coincided with her work with the girl group Wild Orchid, where her addiction started to severely impact her both personally and professionally. As her drug use worsened, Fergie began to experience intense paranoia, even believing that the FBI was following her. This sense of constant surveillance was a reflection of the profound psychological effects that addiction had on her, compounding the difficulties she faced during this challenging time. Her behavior and state of mind were deeply affected by her escalating substance abuse. Thankfully, Fergie was able to turn her life around. She made the decision to quit drugs and has been open about her journey to recovery. Over the past 10 years, she has maintained her sobriety, a testament to her resilience and commitment to a healthier lifestyle. Her story of overcoming addiction serves as an inspiration and a reminder of the possibility of transformation and recovery. Before Drew Barrymore became the beloved all-American girl in The Wedding Singer, she faced significant personal struggles that were far from the image of the charming actress we know today. Barrymore's early life was marked by a turbulent battle with addiction. At a very young age, she developed a serious appetite for drugs and alcohol, starting with smoking pot at just 10 years old and moving on to cocaine by the age of 12. Her troubled youth even included a stint in an X-rated film before she transitioned to mainstream success. Despite the dark period of her life, Barrymore's story is one of remarkable transformation. She has been candid about her past, openly sharing the challenges she faced and the demons she had to confront. Her journey through addiction was fraught with difficulties, but she managed to overcome them and build a successful career in Hollywood. Today, Drew Barrymore has embraced a sober lifestyle and serves as an example of how recovery and personal growth are possible. Her experiences reflect a profound personal evolution, demonstrating that it is possible to overcome significant challenges and reclaim one's life. Miley Cyrus has been quite candid about her experiences with substance use, which might come as a surprise to many of her fans. Despite the considerable pressure in Hollywood to experiment with drugs like cocaine, Cyrus has been upfront about her use of marijuana. Although it is technically legal in some places, her openness about smoking weed reflects a broader rebellious attitude against the constraints of her former image. One notable instance of her defiance occurred when Cyrus lit up a joint on stage in Amsterdam, thinking it would be a humorous and bold statement. This act was a deliberate move to distance herself from her well-known Disney persona and embrace a more provocative and edgy public image. The move was intended to signal a departure from her past and assert her autonomy as an artist. In addition to her marijuana use, Cyrus has also admitted to trying MDMA, commonly known as Molly. Her revelations about dabbling in these substances highlight her shift away from being a traditional role model for younger audiences. While she has become a symbol of rebellion and self-expression, her choices and public statements have sparked ongoing discussions about her influence and the implications for her fan base. Angelina Jolie, often regarded as one of the most glamorous and successful celebrities, seemingly has it all: wealth, high-end cars, and a thriving career. However, beneath the glittering surface of her public persona, Jolie has faced serious personal challenges. Her struggles with drug addiction have been a well-documented part of her life, revealing a darker side to her high-profile existence. A notable example of these issues was captured in a photograph that shows Jolie looking noticeably disoriented. In the image, she is seen on the phone with someone who appears to be her drug dealer, evidently seeking more heroin and cocaine. This moment starkly contrasts with her Oscar-winning status and highlights the severe impact of her addiction on her daily life. This troubling episode underscores a broader reality. Even those who seem to have everything can be deeply affected by substance abuse. Jolie's struggles with drugs serve as a poignant reminder of the challenges that can exist behind the facade of fame and success, illustrating that addiction can affect anyone, regardless of their outward achievements. Heath Ledger, celebrated for his iconic portrayal of the Joker in The Dark Knight, led a life that was far more complex than many of his fans realized. The actor tragically passed away due to an accidental overdose of prescription medications. The combination of drugs found in his system included Xanax, oxycodone, hydrocodone, and temazepam, among others, creating a dangerous cocktail that ultimately led to his untimely death. Ledger's final moments were marked by a series of troubling behaviors. Reports indicate that witnesses saw him taking a large quantity of ecstasy pills, up to 6 at a time, and then washing them down with champagne. This combination of substances was found in his apartment, which was discovered by Mary-Kate Olsen's assistant, highlighting the severity of his substance abuse and the dangerous decisions he made during this period. In hindsight, the tragedy of Ledger's death serves as a poignant reminder of the critical need for treatment and intervention for those struggling with addiction. His passing underscores the harsh reality that substance abuse can have devastating consequences.
Thank you for watching my video. There are many other interesting things in the next videos. Please look forward to it. Thank you and goodbye.